Hello Eagles, Wayne Granger here with another traffic update. These are obviously getting much less frequently because things are really starting to dial in, but there's a few more minor tweaks we're going to do here as we're always looking to improve. So I wanted to cover what some of those quick changes are here and go over that so that everybody's on the same page. Just so you know, we're going to be getting permanent signage. It is on order, so we've been using temporary signage up to this point. Wanted to make sure everything worked. Seems like it's going really well, so we have permanent signage on order. When we get those signs, we'll also be doing some striping of the parking lots so that it helps with those flow patterns. And so as those come up, you'll be seeing those changes. I know we're gonna be starting to fight some weather here in the coming weeks, but we're doing the best that we can. Some slight changes to elementary pickup, mostly for first and fifth grade. Just some things we're doing to improve some efficiencies and especially working to keep our littles safer. And then some different locations where siblings and walkers, what we're going to call walkers, are going to be picked up. And I'll show you that here in a minute. Again, permanent signage is in order. We'll be doing some restriping and some arrows that'll help as soon as we get that signage in, and we'll be working to get that out, and that will definitely help with some visibility and movement. A couple things in flow. One of the things I wanted to kind of call out as a change is in this parking lot here. Initially, we had that these were all one ways going to the west. This loop is moving so smoothly and keeping kind of a lot of cars in it. Having to exit here to loop back into this lot was not feasible. So we're basically turning this last lane here into a return. So these will be marked with arrows on the ground. That the top two will go west, this bottom one you can return within the lot, and then obviously this end you could go either way because you may be exiting out this way to exit to the south, or you may be going north to exit out to Washington. So just some very minor changes to what's actually happening on the ground versus what our plan was, and this is just, as we make plans and changes, things tend to shake out and naturally, and we want to just kind of allow that to happen because it's better for traffic. So effective Monday, September 25th, so this is next week, there's going to be some change to elementary pickup. Really, first and fifth grade are the most significant changes. I'm going to show you that here in a minute. And then if you are picking up kids that are waiting for siblings or what we're going to call walkers, and I'll show you that here in a minute, we're swapping where those are at because there was some safety issues and too many kids in an area. So I'm going to show you what we're doing. So first grade, so we are moving fifth grade off of the main loop. So as you know, fifth grade parents, you were picking up after kindergarten on this main loop. We need to get our littles in here. It provides us the most opportunity for them to be safe by having them in the most controlled area at this time. And so we're going to be moving first grade to the main loop, and fifth grade will be moving over to the new loop on the east side. And again, this is a safety issue that we've been seeing, and just with first graders needing a little bit more ability for that supervision, and parents, especially kids having to get into car seats, those kinds of things, this provides us that flexibility. So first grade will be moving. You'll be coming in from the Washington entrance and looping around. You'll be following kindergarten in, so come after 3:05, but you'll need to be here, at 3:15 so we can get you staged. And as you can see here, each teacher has a designated location where they will be waiting. That way each day you'll be able to pull up to the area that your teacher's at so that it's easier for you to do that and they can watch for you. This has been working really well for kindergarten, and we're just going to duplicate it for first grade because they're just a tad bit older. And again, this is a safety move that we're making here. So first grade will be moving to this pickup that we're doing here on the main loop, which then means that fifth grade is moving out of the main loop, and we're just rotating everybody around up. So second grade, everybody's going to move counterclockwise. Second grade will move to this far corner. Third grade will be in the northeast corner. Fourth about halfway down, and fifth at this first corner. We will move the signs so you'll see this. The biggest change obviously is for first grade parents. You're going to be entering off of Washington to come in the main loop. Fifth grade parents are now entering off of 144th by 711, and you'll be entering into this loop here. Again, we will have signage. Nothing else changes, but we just made this move because the fifth graders have the most ability for moving around with them being the oldest elementary kids and allowing first grade more time for pickup because of them being smaller and car seat issues. So that's a change we're doing. You'll be getting communications from your teachers as well, so we can really try to do this, and we'll work with you guys in case something gets forgotten. Again, these moves were made for safety efficiency, so teachers will be reaching out to you directly, asking you to designate your child what they are as a walker, the sibling or carpool area, or being picked up in loops. The reason being is that I'm going to move to this next map here. Let's, for example, in elementary school here, we need to be able to know where kids are heading as they leave their classrooms. Because what was happening is we were having students being intercepted or by parents, and then we had parents mixing with kids in cars, and it was kind of unsafe. So what we're doing is we're going to have them be led in the building to the right place from the get-go. And so when I say walkers, what we're saying about walkers is you as parents are walking up to pick them up, and you guys are going to walk back to your cars to leave. So this area here had typically been by the elementary front door. We're moving that more to these picnic tables where we had siblings waiting. So they're closest to this crosswalk. So if you are parking in this main lot here, you are walking up to pick up your student and walking back to your cars. You are considered a walker, okay? And so you'll be picking them up here now by the picnic tables and flagpoles so that you're closest to this and we're not mixing up. The siblings now, the ones that are waiting, especially for secondary siblings, are going to be waiting outside the outdoor stage. The reason we're doing this is that when you're coming from the secondary building, there's actually a sidewalk that comes down and lands right at that stage. So these secondary siblings can come from the secondary building, meet their elementary siblings outside the stage, and then continue their way to the sibling loop, which starts then at 3:30. So we just switched these two groups. It's not a very far change, but want you to be aware, because by doing that, we're trying to avoid, there was a whole bunch of cross traffic and people moving around here and just too busy. So walkers go into this lot. Siblings are being picked up as they're coming down from secondary before they're heading over to the loop. So again, we're asking that you designate yourself as a walker, which is saying I'm going to pick up my kid by walking up. They're siblings, so they're going to be waiting, so we know which area to put them in to wait, or they're going to be in a loop. Just some last minute reminders. Please don't use neighbors' lots, even for drop off and pickup. Please don't use them. When you are doing drop off, make sure you're pulling all the way forward. Don't stop short so your kid's closer to a door or gate, whatever else. They can walk a few extra feet. So just pull all the way as far up as you can. That lets us get more cars into the loop behind you, and everybody wins. And then obviously for pickup, when you're on the loops, you may cautiously pass on the left after you're either moving to your spot or picked up. Just be very cautious when doing that and safe so that we can all move safely. A couple quick reminders of some events that are for our community. So this Thursday, September 21st, we're having a Sources of Strength, which is our new social emotional learning curriculum, some parent information night, as well as Safe to Tell. That will be Thursday, September 21st in the Secondary Commons. And then our exciting Multicultural Festival is next Friday, September 29th. That is going to be an amazing opportunity for you to come see how other cultures work, sample some food, see some exciting activities and everything else, and that is next Friday the 29th. We will see you at one of these events. Take care.